What's good, everybody? Generate Talent back again. Sorry, I've been sick. Just got over it. Looking at a trade I made this morning, which was for April 11th, after the news yesterday that Travis Hunter, another report of him fully returning to cornerback. But what people have not read in there is that he's still going to be a part-time wide receiver. So I'm going to take the chance that he's going to grow into that role even more. It can only get better from here, I think, for Travis Hunter. So took a shot to get Travis Hunter, and my backup there is getting 105. So 105 is one of these five guys you see beneath them, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I just wanted to kind of coach through this move here. So with George Pickens, he's a top 10 receiver, right, number 10. This is his first time being up in that top 10 receivers. He's usually sitting in the 20s. So already could be an outlier year, playing with a great offense in Dallas. I know that Dak, for whatever reason, every other year shits the bed. So I'm taking that with me as well because I traded CD this offseason too. I threw in a 312 just to make it work. A guy I like, Elijah Arroyo, a 6'5 tight end. This is a tight end premium league, and we start two. So tight ends are very useful, especially if they can cut out a roll. Every catch counts as 2 points, and then all the yardage and stuff on top. So Elijah Arroyo, actually a big piece of this. Travis Hunter, and I looked at Pickens. I know he's worth the 102, but looking at 103 through 105, I think I'm getting pretty much the same player. It's not going to vary much. So it looks like a 103 to me if you look at it. So I think I got a Travis Hunter thrown in that I can kind of gamble on, and I didn't really lose much. So let's talk about that. I'm going to take the trade down. However you feel about the trade, I know my league had to give me some shit. I'm coming off a championship the first year. Got pretty lucky. Kyle Pitts went crazy. But I'm coming off a championship the first year, and of course they said, are we switching to IDP after Travis Hunter got drafted? So I can't wait to throw that back in their face. But here we go. Let's take down the trade. I'm going to show my team real quick. These are my starters. This is a start 13, right? We have two quarterbacks, praying that Rodgers comes back, Jennings gets a job. There's some other things I'm kind of banking on there, that Kamara doesn't retire. A lot up in the air for me, so I'm kind of keeping my team like water, liquid, bro. We're trying to stick around, but if those people don't come back and I don't see a realistic chance at competing, then I sell off Kelsey, I sell off Rodgers, I sell off Diggs, some of those older pieces, and I transition fully to not the rebuild, but the retool. So there's my team right there, just giving you some transparency. So this is another thing I consider. Everything above 105, I would probably take for the 105. So what I'm doing now, I might not even make this pick at 105. I love Jordan Tyson. That would be my guy that I'd be taking here if I had a choice, and a good chance of him dropping to that point just with the combine and all that, with him not participating. He's going to run his own pro day here shortly. But looking at 105 as the bottom of the graphic. So obviously I'm not a big fan of Rashee Rice. I probably wouldn't take him. But everything above that I really like, again, not a big fan of Nico, not a big fan of Olave. But what I'm targeting now, I'm going to owners, and I'm going everyone above George Pickens. And I'm offering the 105 for Tet. I'm offering the 105 for Drake, Jefferson, so on and so forth. And just seeing if that 105 will return me a better player. And then Arroyo and Hunter were just gambles now. So that's kind of what I'm doing, seeing if I can get Tet for that same pick. But if I'm making the pick, right, this is what we're looking at. Jeremiah Love, obviously going first, especially in ours. So we're tight end premium, but we're also super flex. So Jeremiah Love, pretty sure is going to go number one. Mendoza has been picked from most people to go number two. That might be different in ours just because the couple people in position don't really have a need for quarterback, but in super flex, do you ever not have a need for quarterback? And then these three receivers is kind of dealer's choice. I think Tate's probably the safest, right? Lemon's definitely the weirdest, and Tyson is probably the one with the most talent, but he has an injury history. So where I'm sitting here, again, I don't think there's a huge difference between these guys. I think Tyson probably has the biggest upside, but again, chasing upside is kind of wild too. At the 105, I could even consider Kenyon Sadiq, who I could add in here too. But for the most part, I'm taking one of these three receivers. Okay, and if Mendoza falls to 5, I'm glad to take him and pair him with Daniels. But looking at these three receivers, would I rather have Tetaroa McMillan, of course. and anyone above. So those are the couple things I'm looking at with the 105 pick. I know as it gets closer to draft time, people are going to get real antsy, especially knowing that the former champ now has the 5th pick overall. I think they're going to want to take that out of my hands. As my team, as you can see, is pretty young and a lot of core pieces in play, but a lot of holes. So I'm really trying to make those trades like today where I'm getting 3 players back, but I'm feeling like a 1-for-1 would have been okay. Like that 105 for Pickens, I wouldn't even be mad at. So to get the other pieces to fill in is really helpful for a team like mine that lacks depth. So what's more than likely going to happen? Tate probably goes 3. It's really your call, I probably think, and I'm hoping that Lemon goes 4, so Tyson will fall to me at 5. And if that's the case, I'm definitely going to shop that 105. I want Jordan Tyson off this whole board, outside of Jeremiah Love. Obviously, I'd take Love over him. But I want Tyson over the whole board, but I know he's going to bring hype too. So if 105 is sitting there and Tyson's on the board, I'm going to shop him. Again, looking for any assets above the 105 that I like, not the Olaves, not the Nico Collins. That's not my type of play. I'm trying to get someone that's still young, that fits, that would be younger than Pickens at 105, and then I get to keep Hunter and Arroyo, and it was like I gambled nothing on the trade. So why trade Pickens? Pickens, to me, a great receiver, one of my favorites for sure. He's 25 years old. He's in the Dallas Cowboys offense as of now. But something to consider is he's playing on a franchise tag. Now, his same agent allowed Kyle Pitts, it seemed like, to sign the franchise tag and play on it. But I don't know if Pickens is going to be that lucky. So what's going to happen? Is Jerry going to pony up? He hasn't in the past for big-time players. We'll see if he does so for Pickens. But there are worst-case scenarios for Pickens. He could go to a Tennessee Titans. He could go to a team that he's going to be the number 1, but it's going to be like the Steelers, where he's not going to really get the volume to drop a 1,500-yard season like last year. So, and the possibility of him holding out. I was just sitting there. As much as I love Pickens, I had to make the safer play, just have options in hand, and maybe could be fruitful in the long run with this. With the options, with being able to pivot, with these draft picks going up as we get closer to the draft. So I hope you guys kind of understand what I'm doing with the 105, as I just plucked it today for George Pickens. I also got Travis Hunter back in a big gamble that a lot of people aren't going to understand, but that's okay. And that's where I sit currently with my 105 pick. I'll let you know if anything fluctuates from that point. I'm also going to text the 101 and see how much it would cost for me to go up from 105 to 101, because that's the only player I'd rather have than Tyson on the board. So that's what that is, and we'll catch up soon. Generate Talent. Peace.